Welcome to Crossways. We are back.
Yes, we are.
Righty, how are you?
I'm good, Steph. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Really good.
I like your shoes, Steph. I'm not looking at.
Thanks.
They're really.
It's getting a bit cold now.
It's getting a bit cold, but like they look really cool.
Is that one of your M&S hats?
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, nice.
I probably won't ever not wear one now.
No.
I've got every single one locked off, so I'm gonna probably wear on all the time. Everything cool with you?
Yeah, all good.
Looking smooth.
Oh, thanks.
You gone all black?
Yeah.
Woman in black?
Yeah, woman in black.
Nice.
Today.
You see the Lionesses squad? What do you think? Not bad?
Yeah, not bad. A few injuries, isn't there? So, but I think I'm buzzing for like the likes of Ruby Mace.
Yes.
Gabby George.
Remember we spoke about her?
We spoke about quite a lot of them, to be fair. I wonder if Sarina's listening to the podcast.
Someone's saying something. They're listening. I was quite pleased to see someone like Ruby Mace because of her physicality. I'm probably going to mention her later on as well, but Lexi Potter on loan at Palace. You know what I mean? If she carries on playing like she's been playing, probably she'll be worth a look as well.
Gabby George.
Yes.
Which we know that left back's probably an area where
we need to.
We're not really that strong, are we?
Men's and women's.
No. And then obviously Ruby Mace, Millie Turner's back in the squad, which I think she's played really well for Man United, to be honest.
And Laura Blinkenden-Brown, is that how you say it?
Yeah, what a girl. I'm actually buzzing for her, to be honest. I think...
What's she bringing? What's she bringing?
That little bit of creativity, I think. I think she obviously hasn't played as much for Man City as she probably would have liked, but I think in that number 10 position, she's come on so much since she signed for City at Christmas. And I don't know, I just feel as though like, that's what we've been saying for a while, is that we need to have a few fresh faces, and this is probably the best time to try in terms of playing against USA as well, which will be
that'd be a good game.
It's going to be tough, yeah.
Tooney's out because she's injured, but you know, there's something, and obviously Lauren Hemp, who I adore, she's out, which I'm really devastated about. But I'm quite happy that Ella's gets a break. I think it's something like 96 games on the spin. I think that this injury is kind of, it's a perfect way for her to just be able to just step back from it a bit, take her time with her rehab and come back, because she's played a lot of football. Yeah,
and as well, like when you've got things going off the pitch with her dad passing away and stuff, I think sometimes obviously something tells you that you just need to slow down a little bit.
Slow down, just reconfigure and just like step back, and you know, maybe when she comes back, she'll even enjoy it more. You can't tell me somebody who's that good, is good enough to have 96 games consecutively, is not somewhere along the line feeling some form of like fatigue. Yeah. And probably that's why she's got injured. So for her sake, obviously I don't like to see anybody get injured. No. But like for her sake, I'm just pleased that she's able to have kind of injury where she can come back from and she can get a rest.
I know. And you think of like all the other players, like even like Lauren James. We've not seen Lauren James in England shirt this season yet. And I think she's due back after international break. So like in terms of that midfield role, and like you've got Ruby and Laura coming in, it's a good chance to see them, and it's just a good chance to kind of experience that first team football. And I hope Gabby does actually get a bit of a run out, because I feel as though she's playing really well for Man United. And obviously coming back from an ACL. So I'm actually excited to see what comes up, because I think Sarina says that she's going to be experimenting this camp. So
when she says experimenting, because she's so stuck in what she does, she picks the same team, she plays the kind of same subs. What can she do, Steph? What do you mean? Is it like, is she going to throw Ruby Mace in? What's she going to do? Is she going to play? Because obviously Lauren Hemp's not playing, which is a real blow for us, because her season started so magnificently. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Chloe Kelly. Yeah. You know?
I know. I think it's, I think for me, the way that I think about it is like, I think we've got to try some different formation to try and fit the players that she needs to play. Because speaking of centre-halves, we spoke about this the last few episodes, is that you've got 3 really good centre-halves there. Is there an opportunity to play them all together? Or is there an opportunity to play against USA in a different formation ahead of the Euros? And I think with them players that we mentioned, like, give them minutes, give them that experience of playing at Wembley. Not many people are able to do that. So see how they kind of fare. I mean, you see something in them from the under-23s to bring them in. So why wouldn't you want to do that?
Just blast them in, you know, sink or swim.
So you don't even have to think about it. You're just thrown in as a player. And sometimes it's better like that, because the more that you kind of dwell over it over a few camps, it probably plays on your mind a little bit. Whereas go in, train, you're with a good bunch of girls and just kind of go and enjoy yourself.
You know what as well, Steph, what I'd add to that is the fact that it's against America. They're probably, listening to Emma, the other day speaking. She's talking about getting her front three sorted out, whoever that will be. But we're talking about a team they're coming to beat us. They're coming to put down a marker, let us know that they're still the top girls. I think we should then throw in some players in a game of that magnitude, because I don't think it gets any bigger than that.
No.
USA, Wembley, yes, it's a friendly, but it's the kind of game that if we're talking about fast forwarding, at some stage we're going to have to play that team in a latter stages of the tournament.
Yeah.
And I think that if you want to see what people are about, you throw them into a game like that now.
And also when you play America, just going off the 2019 World Cup, like in terms of an atmosphere, it's just different playing America. Like their fans are like absolutely crazy, and no matter what, they'll try and outnumber the England fans, even though it's at Wembley. I guarantee you're probably going to hear that. So to be able to play under that circumstance, but also obviously won gold medal at the Olympic Games, and Emma Hayes has come back. There's so many stories that you could go with it. And
Steph, listening to Emma talking about how much she's enjoying it at the moment, and she's excited about what it is. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous for us. And I think that us going into it now, I'm not confident about going into any game with Lauren Hemp not about.
I feel as though like players that have an X factor, Lauren James and Lauren Hemp, without a doubt, they are players that can change a game in an instance. And I think
we're going to need that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how we kind of progress over the next two games, because the two different games, but at the same time, we have to show some progression from the last. Like
when we play USA, do you think we need to beat them to prove a point, or do we need to focus on getting something that you're going to try and implement at a later stage? Yeah. I probably would go with that.
Like more of a better performance, I think, rather than the result, because if you can work on something that players are comfortable with and they feel confident, and it's going to take time to get to a stage where you're ready for the Euros. We have time. So this is not about winning. This is about just making sure that everybody knows their roles and giving experience to younger players, but also just being a bit more solid, I think.
That's what we need,
Right, Ian, forwards, we've only got probably Alessia Russo and Jessica Naz that are actually starting for their clubs. What are your thoughts on the rest of the forward line?
I like Aggie Beaver-Jones. Chloe Kelly and Beth Mead, obviously, they need to be playing. But if we're going to talk about form and how you're playing, then I think Leslie is probably going to play. But I watched Jess Naz, and at the moment, I don't know. She doesn't seem to be somebody who's grabbed the opportunity and said, right, I'm in the England squad now. I need to go to the next place. So I think that Aggie Beaver-Jones might be somebody that I would probably like to see. I love the way she works in the box. But Chloe Kelly has got to get game time. Beth Mead, who's obviously not getting as much game time now as well, not starting, she probably needs to put in some form of good performance as well. But in the main, Alessia Russo and Aggie Beaver-Jones at the moment is all we've got.
I can see them two competing for that number 9 shirt. I think Russo has it, and rightly so, because she's playing really well. She's full of. We spoke to her on Saturday, but like very full of confidence at this moment in time, which is amazing, because you can just see that she's enjoying her football again. And Beaver-Jones, when she comes on, she's physically ready for international football. But I think them wide areas without Lauren James, Lauren Hemp, I think there's competition there in the sense of players that are not playing. This is where I'm a little bit confused, because you have players that are playing but not playing very well. But then you have players that have got huge potential.
Like Jess Naz.
Yeah, and it's like, but we need a really good squad, and we need some players that are playing with really good players every single week.
Yeah.
And it's just like that inconsistency is a bit confusing from the outside. But I think for me, if it's Chloe or if it's Beth, I think they need to take their opportunities come the playoff USA.
Especially Chloe, seeing as she's not really getting a start. I think as Beth goes on and she gets even fitter and a little bit more sharper, she'll probably get a place back. But I just feel that Chloe is a worry. I saw an interview with Sarina talking about Chloe and game time. But I don't know what to take from it, because I don't know what she'll do in respects of saying one thing and then doing another thing. So I don't know where Chloe's head is at the minute.
I think for them players like who are on the outskirts of like teams at the minute, it's just about working as hard as you possibly can, and when the opportunity comes, just be ready, because like the likes of Arsenal, Man City, they play so many games and they've got Champions League. So then when they get in these international camps, it's just about being ready to train at that high level, because it is more intense and it's definitely a lot more competition. But I'm excited to see Russo against America. I actually really am.
And Germa.
Yeah.
Yeah, properly coming up against the best.
That is going to be a tough game, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the one. We'll watch that. So, obviously, one of my favourite players is out at the minute, but one of my other favourite players for Chelsea, Myra Ramirez, is doing bits.
She really is.
She really,
at the
really
right
is.
times
You know
as
something?
well.
I remember Steph watching her in the World Cup. I told you, didn't I? Me and Emma.
Scout righty,
honestly,
that's all
me
I'm
and
saying.
Emma was there because we were together. We spent a lot of time together. And I was talking about how she is easily the best number 9 in this tournament there for Colombia. Next thing, Emma's bought her. She's gone to Chelsea.
Did you get a percentage?
No, nothing. But I could see it. But when I watch her, and then I look at the caliber of player that's coming, you look at someone like Ramirez, you're looking at Bunny Shaw, that kind of player, quick player, strong player, they're coming.
Yeah.
Right? Because what I saw her do to Alana Kennedy,
I know.
it was quite... And the ball from Hermano wasn't even great.
No, she was amazing though, Hermano, that game.
Yeah, she was very good.
Yeah.
She was very good. But Ramirez, from there on, again, even with Alex Greenwood, how once Ramirez got on the ball, no challenge. No challenge, nothing to slow her down or anything.
I know. It was, you know what it was? When I was watching the game, Ramirez, I've got you look at any a striker that you don't want to play against. It's like Bunny, like we just said there, in terms of physical, quick, can score, she's clinical, and I didn't feel as though she was in the game as much as I thought she would be, especially first half, but then second half, I don't know what she had at half time, but literally it was just...
But then the thing is, Steph, they've given us something to feed off. She just put it in there and you look at those two centers, you could see they weren't right for it. Well, you'd have thought that Alana would be, but in the main, she obviously fancied herself against them. You know what I mean? But that was like an unstoppable force there.
I know. What did you actually think of the game?
I thought it was all right. I thought City were quite disappointing. Obviously, no Lauren. Thought Bunny looked a shadow, even with that kind of chance what she kind of had where she just skewed it.
In the first half.
Skewed it wide, you know what I mean? It wasn't quite dropping to her. She didn't have the same aura about her, because let me tell you something, when you've got a player that you know is there and they are going to service you, I always go to Bergkamp or Merson, right? No matter how you're playing, they will find something for you. They will get you something. And that is what I think City may miss now. I can't jump too far forward and say, oh, Bunny's gone because Bunny's off the ball because of Lauren. But in certain games you feel, oh gosh, if Lauren was playing, I'd probably get that chance where I could take that easy chance and it goes and then I can kick on from there. But I thought that it always looked very much Chelsea for me.
Yeah, the first half was really tactical and I feel as though Chelsea's game plan was to stop Bunny. But I think with Hempo missing, I think you don't realise what Hempo does in that Man City team in terms of her assists for Bunny, but also the work rate, the actual fear factor that opposition does. Because I bet Lucy Bronze is thinking, oh my God, I'm happy with that kind of thing. And Lucy was really aggressive with Mary Fowler. And credit to Chelsea though, I thought their midfield three really won the game for them. I think in terms of being aggressive, physical with Jill and Jess Parks, and obviously Hermano on Yui. I think she was, I think Yui didn't really play as she normally would because the service wasn't there. She was obviously marked out the game, but I mean, disappointing as someone that's from City, but at the same time, I thought Chelsea, when they kind of got the first goal, they were always going to try and get the second straight away. Bunny playing in the week. How long did Bunny play in the week? Was it the Champions League game?
90
minutes, I think.
90 minutes? Why?
Yeah.
Why would you play her because I'm not questioning her fitness, but she did look heavy legged in that game, especially the way she missed that chance. It looked like the chance, and the way she missed the chance of somebody that was tired.
She could have took it
more in. She could have just come in a bit more, and you know what I mean. In the end, she had a strike where you thought that looks like the strike of a tired player. That was a tired strike. So again, you know what I mean. They need to manage her minutes a little bit more because she does do a lot up there.
Talking of potential penalties, but the actual penalty in the Everton game, Everton-Liverpool, I'm fuming about this. I'm so fuming. I never wanted to mention referees on our podcast, but we're going to have to because it's actually disgraceful.
That was, and she was there.
My thing is though, Ian, right? Nobody appealed for the pen, but then the referee and the lineswoman are not even looking at each other and she just points to the spot and I'm like, how have you've not thought about that at all?
You know, so when I saw it, I know there's no VAR, but when I saw it, initially, it looked outside.
Oh yeah, massively.
It just looked outside. So, you know, I wasn't like, you know, when you're watching the game and then it's a pen, you go, that's a pen. That's really close. It wasn't even close.
No.
From where her leg hit her. And I think like that is a poor decision in every aspect of poor decisions. That's one of the worst ever.
No, but like my thing is like, if you're a referee and like, why have you not even like took a second to actually think? It was like the foul happened and then it was like straight to the pen spot. The lineswoman doesn't know what's going on. She's on that side and I'm like, that's actually been like, that decided the whole game, that penalty. So no wonder like Liverpool are absolutely fuming. I mean, it's a great 3 points for Everton and they really dug in towards the end. The keeper, Brosnan, kept them in the game for a long time, but at the same time, that shouldn't have ever happened anyway.
No way.
And we're trying to tell people to raise the standard of the league and stuff. That's just not acceptable.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. Terrible decision. Steph, you know what else I can't stop thinking about? Lexi Potter at Palace on loan from Chelsea and how fantastic she was in that game against Villa. You know, Chelsea know, right? I think that she's somebody that's going to be not long. She's not far off of maybe an England call-up. Her game against Villa was absolutely perfect, from breaking up play in the mid, setting attacks off, progressive passing, you know what I mean, interceptions, you know what I mean, the calmness of the way she plays. She is not a million miles off of a Lioness call-up for me. Yeah. She was absolutely brilliant.
I actually felt sorry for Palace. Not sorry, but I feel as though they'll be really disappointed with that game against Villa, because I can't stop thinking about is Ebony Salmon's goal in the last 4 minutes of the game. And I don't know, I think she's someone that I feel as though like was so much rave review about her in terms of like she got called up into England.
I remember I was so gutted for her. She kept coming across from America and not getting nowhere near it.
Yeah, and then like she came over and then she got herself into the squad, and I remember she was at one of the camps when I was there, and like she was a young player, she was quick, she could see that she was like enthusiastic, and then I feel as though it's not really worked out for her, but I think coming off the bench for Villa and scoring a last minute,
goals like that,
because that had to be a win for Villa at home against Palace, because they would have been in trouble if not.
I got to mention Annabelle Blanchard as well. She done well, scored in the game. She's another one I'm pushing hard. I want to push these girls hard simply because we have to find, as Lionesses, and I don't want to go back to them too much, but we have to find more ways of getting players in that can create more and do more.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to see at some stage Lexi Potter was fantastic in that particular game, so I'm going to make sure that she gets a mention. Keep an eye on her. The main thing, what she's got to do is she's got to be consistently good. I think Villa are a really good side. The good side should be doing a lot better than they're doing. Yeah. But I think that in that particular game and the way she played in that game, especially with the interceptions, getting the ball off the back, passing, starting the attacks off and starting the play off, was very composed of her. I really look forward to seeing more of her.
Yeah. Man United free kick.
I don't know. You know, so this is what I wanted to ask you, Steph, as a player. If you're in that dressing room and the manager, yes, because the goalkeeper, how tall is she? 6 foot? What? She's anyway, she's a big goalkeeper, right? And the manager says to you, right, we want 2 of you to go and stand in front of her because we've checked with the rules and there's nothing that says you can't do that. It's laughable. It's comedy.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but that's just me, yeah.
What is he trying to achieve from that when people say, wow, did you see Man United's like free kick, what they do to the goalkeeper because she's tall? We should do that. No way is that going to happen ever.
I know, and you can see the girls are really uncomfortable doing it as well.
You know what? I would just, if I was in that team meeting, I would genuinely say to him, are you serious? I was just like, joke, what, April Fool's?
I wouldn't have minded if the free kick went in and it worked, but it didn't work. It didn't even go on target. So I'm like, what is the actual point? Like, for me, when I used to take free kicks, I didn't want anybody in my like eye line. Even if the keeper had stepped away and you've got your wall in there, the only thing you'd probably want to do is maybe extend the wall a little bit. But I think for me, like as a taker, that is such a distraction, like massively, because you can't see where you want to ideally put the ball. Because if you put it in the right spot, the keeper's not getting it anyway. So for me, I think it's more just the taker if they want it. But for me, you're not distracting the goalkeeper because you're not even in the eye line. Once the kick is taken, you're back into the pack where everybody else is. So
what is he trying to achieve?
I don't know.
Is he trying to be clever?
I watched it the other day and I was just like, all right, okay, this is interesting, but no, not for me. No.
Speaking of Man United head to Chelsea. For me, I think easily the favourites to win the league at the moment. They look, especially like in the second half, and the fact that they can score a goal like they did, like Myra Ramirez scored, where, it was from the back, a little interception into Amana, bam, on the half, and then she goes and scores. They just looked too strong. I'm not sure, we're looking at Man United, how they are going to cause Chelsea problems.
It'd be interesting because Man United concede the least goals in the league.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel as though like Chelsea's front three are like really clicking at the minute, and I feel as though, especially that win against Manchester City, they'll be full of confidence, and I can't see her changing the team at all. Really, I think in terms of what she does and how she prepares. And Man United, they beat Leicester 2-0, but it wasn't really too convincing, was it really? So
no. But the thing is that you're going to need like Bizet and JC. JC, for me, is somebody that has to get a run of games because the way she plays and the flair that she has and confidence she had, it's all about continuous play and consistent play, because the more she does that, I think the more confidence she'll get. And that is what you need against Chelsea. You need somebody who can break it open, because they're so compact, they're so good, Chelsea, that you need somebody who's going to be able to do something a bit different.
And also, she'll be against Baltimore. We both love her, don't we?
But we saw, we do love her. But like, did you see that again against City? She was the one that gave that ball away for
Bunny's chance.
For Bunny to go through on. You know what I mean? It's the first mistake I've seen her make.
So what happens when you get forwards playing in fullback areas?
But this is what happens. She tried to pass it back, but that will be an interesting matchup if she plays. But they've got to be fearing Chelsea. United have got to be fearing Ramirez.
Yeah, you have to get at Chelsea as well. I think for me, like what they didn't necessarily do against Leicester, but the games previously against Villa and Arsenal where United have sat back, I feel as though you can't have that game plan because it'll just be relentless. You're not going to be able to hold on against them types of players like Wrighton and Cannerid, who have been so prolific so far.
Is, a Guru, I mean, obviously Cannerid's playing very, very well at the moment, but Guru Wrighton at the moment she's a
leader. I didn't really have a look at her as a captain or a leader, but I feel as though she's definitely doing that through performances.
She looks very pumped up, very, you know what I mean, very up for it at the moment. You can see it. You know what I mean? The way Chelsea are going, I can't see them losing a game yet.
And also they've just lost Buchanan as well, which is a big
ACL,
shame. Yeah,
massive. Just when she's starting to really get into a situation where you're starting to see that, she's ready for the league. She's totally ready now. You can just see, obviously, the first couple of seasons she kind of struggled, but then you can start to see the quality of her, how good she is. And again, the dreaded ACL. So you're just hoping now that, she can recover. She can recover and rehabilitate herself really well. But it's another sad situation seeing another player doing that. But
hope she gets better soon.
But they are good in respects of centre-back depth, aren't they?
And also Lucy can play there potentially if needed as well. So
what do you think? I can't see anything but a Chelsea win there.
No, neither can I, to be honest, at home. And that's their game in hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that could be a big turning point for the league.
You know what I wanted to talk about, because we just finished there on centre-backs, Leah Williamson the other day. Did you watch you done the game, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought she was very good, to be honest.
Yeah, but listen, I don't want to take
Spurs gave nothing. But
she
did what she had to do.
She did what she had to do. But like, again, you watch the game from the start to the finish, and at some stage, surely the manager has got to say, right, when she gets on it, Beth, you're the closest. Just get in her face. Stop her. Don't make it so easy, because I think that was, for me, a masterclass in passing forward.
Yeah, and we made this point on commentary. We did the game, and Spurs haven't learned from what they did at Man City on that Friday night, and they came, and you're thinking, right, okay, they're going to be solid, they're going to be compact, and they're going to make Arsenal play around the side. They did neither.
They did not. No.
And as a centre half, like as a ball playing centre half, that's your dream.
Steph, How are you going to, honestly, you're going to have one of the world's best ball-playing centre-halves with time, but then you're not going to be tight enough on the midfielders as well.
Like, that's what we were saying, like, do one or the other. Like, you either press Leah or you get everybody behind you just to hold and just be like, okay, well, we'll give it to Caldentey, we'll give it to Ford, and we'll let them try and go 1v1 and we'll double up. But yeah, I mean...
I thought that just what I liked about it was the calmness and the simplicity of what she was doing. And of course, it's easier, Steph, as you would know, being a centre-half, a ball-playing centre-half. It's much easier if you've got no one putting you under pressure. This is why I couldn't understand why Beth England, who's up there on her own, drop back, and then as soon as it goes to Leah, then you force Leah to go over there, or you force Leah to go sideways.
Well, they were trying to get the wingers to jump the centre-halves and it just didn't make any sense because the distance so massive. So,
and if you're going to give a player of that calibre that time, you're going to get punished. But like what I liked about it from Leah is that she didn't take liberties and try hero passes. All the passes were beautiful. Even the ones, I think for the first goal, she chipped it in from way behind into Leicester and they scored. But what I like when Leah is playing well is when she does it simple.
I think for me, that's the biggest thing I can take away from Arsenal and generally with the ball is that they're just doing what's available. They're not trying too hard, and especially in and around the goal, it's like, okay, like how do we get it to the midfielder? How do we get it to our fullbacks? And I feel as though there's just a lot more like calmness about the whole kind of play up until it needs to get in like intense, which is where you let your midfielders and forwards do that. But I think for me, I think in your career, you always have a period of time where you probably have to go back to basics. And I feel as though speaking to Leah after the game, I was like, did you enjoy that? She was like, yeah. And I'm like, that's what it should be. It should be like, okay, you know, you've done what you need to do. You've played well. You come off, you win. And that's good. And
what I would say to her is you should watch that game back and watch the standard that you set. And then you have to play to that consistency. And then obviously you probably have to sharpen it up against the better teams. But the way you played in respect of the way you were passing the ball and the calmness and the accuracy, you should never drop below that level again.
As well, you know, when you're trying to search for a bit of form as a centre-half, I've done it previously, like loads of times where I'm just trying to force things and trying to like force it in the pocket where it's not on, and then you end up getting cut out and then you're probably under pressure even more. And I think I just like the fact that our selection was really good.
Very good.
And I feel as though Steph Catley's really helped her in that instance because it's added a little bit more balance. And
it does, yeah.
Yeah, and she's an experienced player as well.
And then they drop into the free and then Katie McCabe goes up. It looks, it's looking nice. Sleggers is doing some good stuff.
Yeah, we like it.
Looks good, yeah.
Quiz time.
Oh my God, no, not the quiz. So we got a quiz. Alex with the voice, the great voice, Scottish voice. She's going to explain to us how it works. How does it work, Alex?
Okay, so you have to buzz in to answer your question. If you get it right, you get 2 points. If you don't get it right, it goes to the other person and they can answer for 3 points. Then if you get it wrong, I'll give you a hint and you can answer for 1 point.
Right, okay.
Wow, so whatever happens, we can at some stage get this question right.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds really cool.
Unless you take way too long.
How long have you got to answer?
In the buzz?
Just buzz?
No.
It'll be at my discretion.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Right.
Are you ready?
Are we starting?
Are you ready to buzz?
I am, yeah.
Who scored... Excuse me.
No.
Who scored the first goal of the WSL season?
Blackstenius. Oh,
Wrong.
no.
Do I have to buzz?
No, on you go.
I'm sure it's Chelsea.
It's to me, I didn't know.
Guru Wrighton.
No.
Can I get another one then?
Yeah, for 1 point.
Canyard, yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
1 point, Steph.
Sorry, Ian.
Can't believe you jumped in so hard on that one and went and got... You frightened me with the buzzing and stuff. Gosh, how can I get Guru... Canyard, go on.
Who became the first ever player to score a hat-trick on their WSL debut?
Kiko Seiki?
Yes! 2 points.
You know what?
He hasn't got his ear thing in, has he?
But it didn't work. Okay, sorry.
Which team has conceded the most WSL goals this season?
Spurs.
Correct. 2 points.
How'd you get there so quick? Is this table close enough to me? Go on then.
Can you put it on your lap?
Go on.
Crystal Palace got their first ever WSL win coming against Leicester. What was the final score? Steph.
1-0.
Incorrect.
2-0.
Correct. 3 points.
Sorry to be so happy.
Who currently wears the number 1 shirt for Man City?
No one.
Correct.
Yes.
2 points.
Give him an Arsenal question. Come on.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, but you went like this. Look, no one. Right, go on, man.
Name a Brighton player who isn't from England.
Vicky Lasada.
Correct.
I was going to
2
say.
points.
Who was you going to say?
CK.
Yeah, okay.
Who scored Arsenal's fastest WSL goal this season?
That can't be the other day.
I'm going to have to push you.
No, push him. Come on.
I can't. I don't know.
Okay, Steph.
Russo.
Correct.
Other day.
3 points.
I just said that. Did I say that under my breath? Was it the other?
Yeah, but you didn't say the name.
Name any of Manchester United's summer signings.
Janssen. Dominic Janssen.
Correct. 2 points.
Jesus Christ! Can't we? What about if you can name some of the other ones?
You don't get another point for that.
Man United signings.
First come, first serve.
So it's Turlin and Bisay and all sorts of people.
I'm glad that you know. How many matches have Liverpool won at home this season?
It's either one on. It's either one or none.
I'm pushing you.
One.
Wrong.
None.
3 points.
That's what
You know something? I was thinking they must have scored. They must have won one.
Why have they not won at home?
Couldn't tell you.
Jesus Christ, man.
Which team has given away the most penalties this season?
I'm gonna give Leicester.
Incorrect.
Villa.
Incorrect. Now for 1 point.
Spurs?
Correct.
That's a great answer. That
That
came out
shouldn't
of
be allowed.
no,
1
Steve.
point.
I dragged it out of
Really
there,
went
Steve.
through the whole of the WSL.
I'm so happy with that. If I lose, I don't care.
1 point for that.
Oh,
Who is Aston Villa's top scorer in the WSL so far this season?
Daly.
Correct.
it's not fair because she played with them. She knows everything so quick. Look,
She's a forward. You should know this.
I couldn't get my hand out. I'm still thinking when you're moving your arm.
Is that an EOP?
Which Holmgaard twin has played more WSL matches this season, Karen or Sarah?
I mean, I'm just waiting for you to go
No,
on, press
no,
your
no, I'm not pressing mine because I'm not.
I'll just get the other
No,
one and get 3 points.
that's just a massive guess.
The most.
Most
the most.
WSL matches, Karen or Sarah?
Sarah.
I know, but if
If Steph presses and
He's
does it go over? Does
he's
it go across?
pressing.
It doesn't
Yeah.
go across. Well, this can't go across because
But if you get it right, then it's not going to go across.
But I'm guessing.
You could get 2 points out of it.
Karen?
No. Sarah.
She doesn't get a point for that.
She gets
Yeah.
all 3.
Oh
again.
my God, you get 3 points for that.
Karen actually hasn't played
But
at all.
she hasn't played.
No, she's not played a game.
Steph just made me just like do what she should have done. She just go on then.
Which team has scored the fewest WSL goals this season?
Leicester.
Correct. 2 points.
Jesus Christ. Didn't even get my hand off the chair.
Which West Ham player was given the captaincy this season?
Katerina Gori.
Correct.
Yay! So how far am I behind Steph? Just keep going because I'm out. You're out. Go on then.
Which team has missed the most big chances so far?
Arsenal.
Correct.
Jesus Christ. The first couple of
There you go.
games.
There's your Arsenal question.
Name any player to have been sent off in the WSL this season.
Oh my God.
See, we should pay more attention to people who get sent off.
I'll give you a hint. There was 2 in the same game.
2 in the same.
Thomas.
Correct.
Villa. You know the one we spoke about at the beginning of this show.
You see how when
Who
Steph,
was the other one?
You see when Steph knows my arms
Poppy
like this?
Pattinson or
see how
Brooke Aspen.
gangster she is with the
He
buzzer.
got sent off in the same game.
Poppy Pattinson
Poppy
got sent off in the
Pattinson.
same game as Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Poppy Pattinson. The left back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Name any player who has scored against Chelsea in the WSL this season.
Caitlin Ford.
Correct.
Nice, righty.
I just nicked the arse.
Which player became the all-time WSL appearance holder?
No chance.
Jordan Nobbs.
Correct.
I'm not playing no more.
Arsenal as well.
I've
How many more questions left?
2 more.
What? Could pull it back, Ian.
What do Maya Tissier, Marie Hobinger, Mariona Caldentey, and Katja Snoeijs have in common?
Done. Yeah.
I'm going to say beginning with a letter M, but
That's what I was going to
That's
say.
me.
I don't know. They're all right-footed or something. I don't know. Is it something?
Say the name again.
What do Maya Tissier, Marie Hobinger, Mariona Caldentey, and Katja Snoeijs have in common?
Their favorite color is green.
You've not buzzed in, to be fair, but incorrect.
Their favorite color is green.
I'm afraid not.
The
What might
favourite
be?
colour's red.
Their favorite color is red.
I'll give you a clue. It's to do with how they've scored goals.
Scored penalties.
Correct.
Give me 5 because you have to give me 5 for that because you was thinking.
That's 1
deep.
point.
Is it only 1 point? That's amazing for 1 point. Good hint though.
Thank you. And last question. Which Man United player earned a Player of the Match award on their 150th appearance for the club?
Millie Turner.
What was I doing here? What was I doing? I was fodder here.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me,
done.
Steph. Cheers.
Crossways champ.
Crossways champ. Where's Steph? We have to get Steph a little Crossways champ.
Yeah, where's my little trophy?
thing because like that
We'll
wasn't
bring it
that
in for
wasn't a
you.
beating. It's an annihilation.
The final score was Ian 15 points, Steph 26 points. Yes.
Can I say just goodbye, everybody?
Rematch, no?
Goodbye, everybody, from Steph's podcast because like
Thanks.
she just finished me on here.
Ian only got the Arsenal questions right. That's just to let you know. I'm holding us together, guys.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.